One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Now, for real this time, it is the final regular season game, and it is definitely the last game at Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. Regionals begin on Wednesday, and the McAlester Buffaloes have one final tune-up game against a familiar foe, the Wister Wildcats. Which team will emerge victorious before we go back into postseason play? Wister already having a little bit of postseason play. We're about to find out. Hello and welcome to Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma. The final time for the 2024 season and the side of today's matchup between the Wister Wildcats and your McAlester Buffaloes. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, coming to you live on KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, the KNED app, as well as video streaming on the McAlester Radio YouTube channel. Periodically should be joined up by Austin Wheat. He's going to be working our camera today, our board today. He's also working other stuff today, so he's going to be speaking as well at times today. So, Austin Wheat, thank you for joining us on and short notice, because we were supposed to be going to Muskogee today. Of course, all across the state of Oklahoma, again, we had a bunch of storms over the weekend. Unfortunately, lost some lives, had some injuries as well, and our thoughts and prayers go out to all those families and businesses affected by the storms over the weekend. And, Muskogee was the same way. They ended up getting a lot of rain. We got a lot of rain over here in McAlester. And so didn't hold very well, and that ended up leading us to us playing a game here to have one final tune-up, and the Wister Wildcats said, all right, we'll come. And for Austin, he said the same thing. He said, hey, I'm going to make sure that I can stay a little bit later, and we'll make sure that we can broadcast this game. Same way for Wyatt. Wyatt wasn't supposed to do anything at first. You were just supposed to be the board operator on the radio side of things. Wyatt, again, huge shout-out to our producer back over in KND. He ended up answering the call, and he said, hey, I'll do it tonight as well. So that's why you got the best crew here in Oklahoma for high school broadcasting. Thank you guys for making this happen today.
Yeah, no problem. It's going to be a beautiful day for baseball. I will say, it's not a bad thing to be back here at all. It's not a bad thing at all to be back here at Mike Deak Field. You know, when you announced that we was going to be playing the game home today, I was surprised, but it's a good day for baseball. Clear blue skies, not too much wind. It's going to be fun.
No, yeah, the wind's hardly blown at all. I mean, both the McAlester Buffalo baseball flag, the American flag are pretty much at a standstill. The only flag kind of blowing is the Oklahoma state of Oklahoma flag, as we do have, looks like 79 degrees will be first pitch, and by the end of tonight, we should be looking at around 65 degrees. Now, if you're expecting two pitchers to duke it out for 7 innings and just have a all-time pitching duel, I mean, you can still have a low-scoring game, but you expect to see a lot of pitchers today. Both teams are kind of tuning up things before they go into their regionals. We have McAlester going to Collinsville on Wednesday. We have Wister. They're going and hosting their own regional tournament this Thursday after beating Wowoka in the district tournament 16-1 and 13-1. They play Pecola at 11 a.m. McAlester plays Grove at 1:30 on Wednesday. So looking at the McAlester Buffaloes, they're 19-14 on the year, led by head coach Justin Mullins here in his third year at the helm. And the McAlester Buffaloes played Wister the last 2 years, kind of in the same time span. McAlester lost to Wister 9-7 back in 2022. They beat Wister 3-0 last year in 2023. It was the first day of the month of May when take that back. It's almost a year ago to the day. Last year it was April 28th when McAlester played Wister, and this year it's April 29th. So McAlester trying to win 2 in a row. The Wister Wildcats bring back a ton of players from last year's state semifinals team. They lost to Silo, the team that ended up winning the state title in 2A, 6-2. They went 23-5 that year, and just a few years ago went to the title game in 2021, but lost to Fort Cobb Broxton 8-1 and trying to win their second ever spring baseball title. That was 13 years ago the last time they did that. That was Wister over Dale 4-2. Speaking of the Wister Wildcats this year, they're 19-6, and those 6 losses are pretty good teams. They lost to Duncan by 1, lost to 3A Lone Grove by 3, lost to the number 4 team in Class A, Wright City, just 3-2, lost to Silo 10-2, and lost to Panama as well, the number 4 team in 2A, 4-2. And their last loss came on April the 5th against Poto, 3-2. So they haven't lost in almost an entire month. It's been 24 days since the Wildcats last lost. It's a 9-game win streak. And some of those losses that they've had to some of these teams, they've already avenged those losses. They've defeated Panama after losing 4-2, defeated Panama 8-7. Mentioned they lost to Silo 10-2. They recently beat Silo 12-4. And the loss to Poto they also have beaten Poto this year 5-3. So there's only 3 teams that they've lost to this year that they have not beat themselves. So it's a pretty impressive schedule for the Wister Wildcats right now, the number 4 team in Class 2A. And as we're about to have the meeting of the minds over at home plate, the umpires as well as head coach for Wister, Ryan Tucker, and the head coach for the McAlester Buffaloes, Justin Mullins. Let's look at the starting lineups. Austin, I'm going to have to help me out here a little bit here. They don't call you a color commentator for nothing. I really need you to be able to tell me.
That's more of a literal
job right here, because I am a little colorblind. Tell us the uniform combination for the Wildcats today. It looks like they're wearing their gold jerseys or yellowish gold jerseys, but what is that primary color there?
It's gold and purple.
Purple, thank you.
The lettering and numbers are purple. The jerseys themselves are gold, and they got the white bottoms.
I mix up the purples and blues every once in a while. And
it looks good.
And the Wildcats wearing their white pants for the McAlester Buffaloes, pinstripes, just like they wore on Friday on their senior night game against the Oklahoma Tigers. We'll talk about that game in a little bit as well. But let's look at the starting lineups first, beginning with the left fielder, number 8, Cord Fenton for the Wildcats. Fenton in left. Batting second, the center fielder, number 20, Riley Crane. Crane in center. Batting third, the catcher, number 7, Tucker Wooten. Wooten behind the plate. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 9, Will Bryan. Bryan at the hot corner. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 5, Darton Meeks. Meeks at short. Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 3, Landon Donahoe. Donahoe on the mound. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 11, Torben Vokey. I hope I'm saying that right. Again, Vokey at second base. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 1, Ethan Thornburg. Thornburg at first. And batting ninth, rounding out the starting 9 for the Wildcats, the right fielder, number 4, Ty Sloan. Sloan in right field. Now for the McAlester Buffaloes, again, both teams have 19 wins on the season. One of these teams trying to be the first to get to 20 this year. Leading it off will be the first baseman, number 21, Aiden Shumway. Shumway at first. Batting second, the pitcher, number 2, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow on the mound. Batting third, the third baseman, number 6, Gannon Mullins. Mullins at the hot corner. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 8, Braden Phillips. Phillips behind the plate. We have batting fifth, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb. Stinchcomb at second. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 10, Ethan Watkins. Watkins in center. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 3, Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman in left. Batting eighth, playing shortstop today, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Hodgel at short. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 5, Jordan Clark. And as I mentioned, it is a tune-up game for McAlester to have all their weapons, and they're going to want everything available in the regional tournament. Don't expect anybody to go very deep today because they're going to be wanting them on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday as the Buffaloes take the field. We're about to have our first pitch sponsor here in just a minute, but like I said, don't expect Caden Lesnow to go more than 2 innings. Again, I think that the most that he can go while still pitching Wednesday, but you also don't want to push him too much. But let me go ahead and get that out again. Again, that's been a major thing that we've been looking at, not just because of Oklahoma high school baseball, but Arizona baseball. The rules are a little bit different over there, so that was a topic of conversation when we went out west. But the furthest that Lesnow can actually go today, I mean, if they want to push him that far, which I highly doubt they will, he can go up to 50. So that's the most that he can pitch if he still wants to pitch on Wednesday. Again, the pitch count rules: 0 to 35, you don't have to rest at all. 36 to 50, 1 day of rest. 51 to 75, you need 2 calendar days rest. 76 to 100, 3 calendar days rest. And 101 and up, you have to have 4 calendar days rest. You can't pitch over 120 unless you start a batter at the 120 or below. So let's go ahead and let's look around the diamond one more time for the Buffaloes. We have Shumway at first, Stinchcomb at second, Hodgel at short, Mullins at third, Lauerman in left, Watkins in center, Clark in right, and the battery for the Buffaloes, Phillips behind the plate, and Lesnow on the mound. Looking at Lesnow's line, he's 5-3 on the year, a 42 2/3 innings pitched, 3.12 ERA by the senior, 55 strikeouts to 18 walks, and a batting average of .220 against Caden Lesnow. About to have first pitch brought to you by Big V Feed Center. See Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hatco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. So again, the last 2 years we've had these two teams split against each other. For Wister, what's pretty impressive is not only do they return 6 starters from last year's lineup to this year's, I believe all 6 of those starters were the starters the year before that too. So you're looking at least 3-year starters for the Wister Wildcats coming into today, including one Riley Crane. Crane went 0 for 3 against the Buffaloes last year, but the year before that went 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs out at the leadoff spot. He's batted, this is Court Fenton. Riley Crane is on deck. Court Fenton, he did not start for the Wildcats last year, according to the sheets that I have. Here's the windup, and the first pitch from Les now is a fly ball left field. Going back on it is Wireman, and he gets over his head and bounces all the way towards the wall. So that's how this first pitch of the game starts, with a line drive over to left field. Kept carrying a little bit, and it just went past about 2 feet beyond the outstretched glove of Jackson Lauerman. And it's a leadoff double by Cord Fenton. Brings up the center fielder, number 20, Riley Crane. By the way, it is baseball time here in the Heartland. So first pitch swinging, Cord Fenton gets himself into scoring position.
I was wondering for a second why we was starting so fast. And I realized, it's because they had that JV game before.
As 6:50 was our first pitch time, and the first pitch to Riley Crane, just mentioning him, is strike one. So again, Crane batted leadoff the last 2 seasons for the Wildcats, today batting second.
Yeah, we had the JV game before, so we didn't have a national anthem and stuff.
One missed down low and outside. Yeah, that was the 8th grade McAlester baseball team. Count as 1-1. They defeated Muskogee 10-2 in 5 innings in the previous game. Here's the 1-1. Crossing the letters for strike 2. I believe head Buffalo football coach Forrest Mazey is doing PA today. I'll have to keep up the mic a little bit for that. Count is 1-2. Les now trying to get his first strikeout of the day. The pitch misses low and outside. The count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're just now joining us, we have a runner at second for the Wildcats. Just a few clouds up in the sky, but it's a beautiful day, as Austin mentioned earlier.
Literally a couple of clouds.
2-2, soft line drive to the shortstop. Hodgel jumps and it gets over his glove and bounces towards the left fielder, Lauerman. That's a bloop single by Riley Crane, puts runners at first and third as the runner at second, Fenton, advances 90 feet over to third base. And it brings up the catcher, number 7, Tucker Wooten. Wooten against the Buffaloes in the last 2 seasons is 0 for 6. Last year went 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts to left. But don't get that twisted, a very good batter for the Wildcats.
Wooten.
That's bad. Come on.
That's all I had.
So nobody out. Wister trying to take an early lead here. And thank you, Brian, for tuning in. We got to mention that. Here's the first pitch. Runner takes off for second. It goes through the glove of Phillips. Runner's trying to come home. The flip over to Les now is not in time. And scoring on what will be a pass ball and advancing to second are the Wildcats, and that's an early 1-0 lead here for the Wildcats in the top of the first. Brian is tuning in from Florida saying, let's go Buffs. That reminds me, let us know where you're listening from on Twitter, at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that's Twitter, at Buff Sports Radio. And you could also let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/McAlester Radio. Next pitch is going to be fouled back into the glove of Phillips. Moves the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. I mentioned it's the one final game at Mike Deak Field for the 2024 season. People are saying, what's happening to Mike Deak? No, it's just the final game for McAlester baseball this season at Mike Deak. As this curveball catches the outside corner and the count moves to 1-2. They'll be back next year. It's just the last game of the season here at Mike Deak before they go to the postseason play. Runner at second. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's been a double, a single, a pass ball that led to a run scored, and a runner at second base. Two from Les now. Fouled off. Count even 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yep, the 8th grade baseball team for McAlester. They wrapped up their season today, and what a way to end it. They went down early 2-0 in the top of the second. They, I believe, scored 7, maybe 8 in the bottom of the third and just completely took control of the game. 2-2. Checking as the pitch misses high, though, and the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wooten is batting .464 on the year with a .576 on base percentage. 32 hits on the season, 29 RBIs. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hard into the gap, and it's going to split the left side of the infield. They'll try to wave the runner home. As throwing it is Lauerman. They're going to cut off. Now he's stuck in between third and home. Now in a pickle. Phillips will throw it back over to third. It's high for Hodgel, but he'll apply the tag for out number 1. At first, they were waving him home, and then I believe that's Coach Ryan Tucker that was backing up with him down the third base line, tried stopping him, and he stopped right between third and home, and he was just hung out there to dry. I think he was trying to make him stop and get back to the bag immediately. But it'll go down as a single, non-RBI, so the Buffaloes do get their first out on what will go down as a 7-2, I believe a 7-2-5 there. Still a single for Wooten. He gets over to second on the throw as the first pitch. Pretty good spot, but missed up and inside, it looks like, to Will Bryan for ball 1. 1 down, runner at second base. Wister leading 1-0 over McAlester. Bryan, the third baseman today, number 9 on his back. The pitch. Curveball in there, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Will Bryan batted out of the 9 spot last year against McAlester, went over 2 on a ground out to third and a pop out to the catcher. Jackson Lauerman pitched a really good game against the Wildcats last year. This one's fouled straight back, and the count is now at 1-2. Him and Gannon Mullins. They combined to allow only 4 Wister hits. McAlester only struck out 1 time, 2 through the lineup. They played a really complimentary game and won a really good one, 3-0, almost a year ago. 1-2. And this one's fouled off, and staying alive is Will Bryan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McAlester coming off of a 9-5 senior night loss on Friday against the Oklahoma Tigers, but even though it was a 4-run loss, it was arguably McAllister's best game of the week. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high for ball 2. Didn't play very well against Coweta on Monday or Tuesday, and then struggled a lot on Thursday as well, but still beat Pryor, who's hosting a regional this week. Beat them 5-2. 2-2 pitch. Curveball misses way outside. Count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I'm sure McAlester would have rather won than lost in a pretty way, but still the best that they played. 2 out base hits, hits with runners in scoring position, competitive pitches. Here's the 3-2. It's a high pop-up into right field. Staring into the blue sky is Jordan Clark. He'll make the catch about 15 feet from the right field line. Runner tags from second. A strong throw from Clark hits the cutoff man Hodgel, but not in time, as that will be a fly out to right by Will Bryan. Advancing the runner over to third brings up the shortstop, number 5, Darton Meeks. Meeks came in for relief of Jaden Byers last year for the Wildcats. Did not hit. He's got a runner over at third. Buffaloes trailing 1-0 top the first 2 down. First pitch missing high for ball 1. Les now goes back to the windup. Rocking the low stirrups today. The 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Gunnar Hodgel fields it cleanly. Fires over to first. And it's high, and jumping for it and hitting off of his glove was Aiden Shumway. And it's going to go down as an error. Throw is high, and that will keep this inning going. Going to go down as an E6, and it brings up the pitcher, number 3, Landon Donahoe. Donahoe went over 2 against the Buffs last year with 2 strikeouts. Wister is riding high right now. As I mentioned in the pregame show, kind of a little bit of a quick one. They are riding a 9-game win streak. So the first pitch misses up and outside, ball 1. With some of the weather we've gotten, they haven't got to play as many games as McAlester. They've played about 8 less games. But still, and they have taken down some really, really good teams, especially in this win streak. Pickoff over to first is not in time. So some notable wins in the win streak over the last 9 games include Red Oak 7-2. McAlester came from behind and beat the Red Oak Eagles earlier this year. I believe 11-7 was the final. 1-0 misses low and outside, ball 2. They beat the number 3 team in Class B, Tupelo, 9-1. As I mentioned, beat Panama 8-7, a revenge game after losing by 2 earlier in the year. Beat Silo 12-4 not too long ago. 2-0 pitch. Pops it up. Shallow right field this time. Might be a tough play. Running in on his Clark. Gets underneath it near the line. Makes the catch in foul territory for out number 3. Long run, but Clark made it look easy, but the Wister Wildcats do get 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 McAlester error. We get to the bottom of the first inning. The Wildcats, again, leading McAlester 2-0 here on K.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front-end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Heading to the bottom of the first inning, the Wister Wildcats lead early on McAlester 2-0. Again, they had 3 base hits, 1 McAlester error that led to the 2-0 score so far. It brings up Aiden Shumway, Caden Lesnow, Gannon Mullins, 1-2-3 for the McAlester Buffaloes. Between the 3 of them, they combined to go for 4 hits, and it was 4 for 11 against the Oklahoma Tigers back on Friday. Shumway riding a 4-game hit streak. Here's the windup in the first pitch from Landon Donahoe, and out in front of it on a curveball was Shumway for strike 1. Donahoe, well, first, before we look at the righty in his stat line this year, here's the 0-1 from Donahoe. Swing and a miss on a low pitch as well for strike 2. Thornburg at first, Vokey at second, Meeks at short, Bryan at third, Fenton in left, Crane in center, Sloan in right. Shumway trying to lock in now with the count 0-2 against him, the pitch. And he does fly this one over to right center field, getting a good jump on it with Sloan into the alleyway, makes the catch in right center field for out number 1. Brings up Caden Lesnow. So again, let's look at Landon Donahoe's line as his catcher today is Tucker Wooten. Donahoe has a 5-0 record, has not lost a game this year. 36 in the third innings pitched, 1.93 ERA, 54 strikeouts to 12 walks, a batting average of .201 against him. So the first pitch is down in the turf for ball 1. Just according to Game Changer, he looks like he's more than likely, just their ace. He's pitched in the most innings. Here's a fly ball, right side of the infield. First baseman, that is Thornburg, calls off the second baseman, Vokey, for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down quickly here for McAlester. Brings up Gannon Mullins.
2 outs, that'll bring up number 6, Gannon Mullins.
He's, other than Crane has pitched in 18 innings, but he's been excellent on the bump as well with a 0.78 ERA. But Donahoe has pitched the most, and he delivers one right between the shoulder blades of Gannon Mullins. On the first pitch he sees, they'll be hit by a pitch. Not intentional there, probably just getting away, and that will get Mullins over to first base for Braden Phillips. Phillips batting .242 on the season, but came off a really good game against Oakdale, trying to ride that high. He went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. First pitch to him, swings and misses again at the low pitch. Looks like off speed. That got Shumway out in front for the first couple of pitches, and almost had Lesnow chasing 2. So that curveball's got to be pretty dang good. 0-1, goes back to it, and swinging and missing is Phillips, and the count's now 0-2. And Buffalo's trailing 2-0, bottom of the first inning. Runner at first, 2 down. The 0-2 pitch. Chopper just to the left of Coach Mullins in the third base coaching box. The count's still 0-2. Phillips trying to battle up here. Donahoe to a pause. And the pitch. The 0-2 is going to be swung on and missed for strike 3. So fly out to right. Pop up to first, hit by a pitch and strikeout is the line for Landon Donahoe in the first. We head to the top of the second inning. The Wildcats leading the Buffaloes 2-0 here on KNED.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away,
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma. If you're new to McAlester Buffalo baseball broadcast, you know around this time of year, once you start getting towards May, and especially during the summer, we will have a glare that comes right into the eyes of the first baseman, second baseman, right fielder, and also you, the viewer, and us here inside the first base press box because, it just starts to set a little bit closer towards the concession stand. So a little bit later on today, you're going to see a glare.
That's why we like the 5:30 games. Not for any other reason than the glare stays away a little bit longer.
We have our first call. The bullpen told you it was going to happen. Jet Tire Service has been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands and sponsor our pitching changes this season. It's Gann and Mullins now on the mound for McAlester. Buffaloes trail 2-0, top of the second inning. First pitch of the day for Mullins will be I guess it was fouled off at the plate. Did it hit off of him?
I think it hit the bat.
It hit the bat, but it had to hit off of him too, I guess, and that'll be strike one. Our new pitcher again, Gandon Mullins, has lined this year 4-2, 37 1/3 innings pitched, 3.94 ERA. Next pitch to the batter, Torben Vokey, who's leading off the top of the second inning for Wister. Mullins has 52 strikeouts to 45 walks, a 145 batting average against him, which is best on the team.
I don't think I've seen anybody with his sort of form at the plate like that.
Like a batting stance?
Yeah.
The 1-1 is fouled straight back, and that'll be strike two. It's just how he stands at first. Once Mullins is starting his windup.
Once he swings, he changes it to where it's,
He's just real relaxed. He's got a lot of weight on his back foot and keeps the back just gently rested on his shoulder.
It looks a lot more exaggerated. Not exaggerated is the right word, but.
The 1-2. And he goes around on the curveball, and catching it is Braden Phillips. Sit him down, throw it around, one down here, and that's a good start to the day for Gannon Mullins. Brings up Ethan Thornburg. And the reason why Les Out again didn't go longer is because they don't want to, push him very far. He's going to be pitching either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So this is almost like a bullpen is what you're looking at it as. Your final chance to get pitching against live hitting in a real-time game before you go into what will ultimately determine if you continue your season as the first pitch to the lefty, Ethan Thornburg, crosses the knees for strike one. Again, this week in Collinsville, that will determine if your season ends this week or if you get to extend it one more week and go to the state tournament. The 0-1 pitch. This is up and outside for ball one. Most of these guys on this team, a lot of the seniors, they were there in Grove when McAlester went to the state tournament a couple of years ago, and it was a big deal for the Buffalo baseball team. It was a 10-year hiatus before they punched their ticket in 2022. The 1-1, ground ball down the third base line. That's an excellent piece of hitting. Going the opposite way with being a lefty, gets all the way deep into the corner in foul territory. Lauerman gets it in quickly, but it's going to be a one-out double by Ethan Thornburg. Letting the ball travel, and he went right over the third base bag with it. And it brings up Ty Sloan. And that's the thing about winning. And this senior crew is kind of like, I mean, we went to the state tournament my senior year, not my senior year, but when I was a sophomore, we went to the state tournament. Just like this senior crew, they were sophomores when they went to the state tournament. Here's the first pitch, fastball, showing bunt with Sloan, but pulling back as it's ball one. So you've been to the dance before, and you want to go back, because once you get to the dance, once you go to the state tournament, you're just thinking, man, I will do anything to get back into that position. As this bunt is popped up, but into the netting, and that'll be strike one. And, you know, unfortunately, during my playing years, we weren't able to go the very next year, my junior year. Senior year, I felt like we really should have. We had a really good chance to go. We were hosting a regional. And we just came up a little bit short. As here's the 1-1. Missing low for ball two. So, again, these seniors kind of in that same position. Wanted to get some tune-ups in and knowing that they got to start playing their best baseball this week. It's not an easy regional. It's the 2-1. We'll miss low for ball three. It's not an easy regional, but it's also not the most difficult either because Grove is down this year a little bit, but still capable of beating you. Again, Collinsville, they only lost to Collinsville 1-0 earlier this year in district play. So here's the pitch. This one misses low, and it's going to be a walk. Walk to Ty Sloan brings up the top of the order with runners at first and second. But you got to look at Collinsville. Collinsville, they were going to host a regional, but they needed a sweep prior to win their district, and that's exactly what they did. They're playing really good baseball as of late, have beaten a lot of really good teams. Have some studs on that team as well. McAllister's going to have to play good baseball if they want to punch their ticket to state, and they're going to have to do it against Collinsville at their place. First pitch misses way up outside to Court Fenton, who started the game very first pitch with a double down the left field line. So you got Grove, you got Collinsville, and you also have Tulsa Memorial, who McAllister's already played this year, and swept them with high-scoring affairs for him. 1-0, another fly ball right around the same location over in the left field as the last time he hit it there. This time Lauerman reads it well, comes in on it, makes the catch in shallow left field, and that's out number two. Bringing up Riley Crane, who singled. It was a little bloop single over the jumping glove of Gunnar Hodgel. By the way, we never mentioned the position changes here. So Les now moves from the mound over to short. Hodgel has moved from short over to third, and from third to the mound is Mullen. So it's kind of a triangle in the infield there. First pitch misses low to Crane for ball one. Wister already with 4 hits, 2 of them extra bases, including Ethan Thornburg, who got the second on that drive down the left field line. The 1-0. Outside corner, pounds him into Phillips, and that'll be strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm probably giving Buffalo pitchers a max maybe of 2 innings today, unless they work very efficiently. 1-1, curveball fills his zone for strike 2. I don't see anybody going over 35 pitches, but I could be wrong. I know the last 2 seasons, I think we finished off the season against Muskogee. I know we did last year. We saw 8 combined pitchers in that game. The 1-2, fastball misses inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, 8 combined pitchers in that game. At the regular season finale the year before that in Salsaw, I think we saw 8 or 9 combined pitchers. So we will have plenty of pitching changes in Jet Tire Service. You are going to be getting your money's worth today, for sure. Down even at 2-2. The pitch Misses high. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners will be taken off with the pitch. Wildcats leading the Buffaloes 2-0 top of the second inning. Have runners at first and second with 2 down. Crane up at the dish. Mullins looks at second and delivers the payoff. Chopper towards the shortstop position. Lesnell will grab it, have the fire over to first quickly, and it's high again. We have 2 errors in this game. They've both been E6 so far, and both the same exact kind of play. High throws over to first base, and it keeps the inning alive. Loads the bases. It brings up the catcher, number 7, Tucker Wooten. Wooten singled his first time up, almost led to an RBI single, but getting gunned down from left field was Jackson Lauerman getting, I believe that was Crane trying to score. So bases juiced, back to the windup is Mullins, first pitch. Outside corner, painting the black, strike 1. Sun's starting to set even more. You're going to get a glare. I know we're already starting to get that glare here on the YouTube
got
stream.
It up in the upper left corner.
0-1, missing up and inside for ball 1. Yeah, so expect, just if you're watching on YouTube, just close your eyes and picture, and here in a little bit, you can still see it fine, but here in a little bit, just close your eyes and picture that you're listening to the radio.
I actually had an idea to fix this problem.
1-1, misses low and outside, ball 2.
We're going to get a harness and hang me off the edge of this building.
For 2 hours.
And I'll have the camera with me.
Peter Parker, get me pictures of Spider-Man as he's hanging from a skyscraper, getting the only pictures that Spider-Man could get.
I was thinking of that.
2-1. Chopper again, another chance here. Hodge will take it. Big hop, throws over to first just in time, and that doesn't come back to hurt McAlester. So the bases went loaded, but ended up being a ground out 5-3 to end the top half of the second inning. We'll continue whatever conversation we were going to start in the bottom of the second. McAlester trailing the Wildcats 2-0 here on
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
We have another pitching change. Like I said, I think we're going to have a lot today. Heading to the bottom of the second inning, the Wister Wildcats lead McAlester 2-0. New pitcher for the Wildcats, number 5, Darton Meeks. This called the bullpen, brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. It looks like around the diamond, I'm trying to see who we have in the middle of the diamond here. Looks like Landon Donahoe has moved from the mound over to second base. Vokey has moved from second over to short. And from short to the mound is Darton Meeks, who is a familiar arm for McAlester. Meeks came in for relief of Jaden Byers in last year's game, so McAlester has seen him before. He went 3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, as here's a pop-up on his first pitch of the game. It's a fly out over to right, and making the catch easily will be Sloan for out number 1. That is what you call efficiency. 1 pitch, 1 out. from Spencer Stinchcomb, and that brings up the center fielder, number 10, Ethan Watkins. So again, Meeks, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk is what he had against McAlester a year ago. So Ethan Watkins digs into the box, batting an even .250 here, .467 on base percentage. First pitch, swinging for strike 1. Watkins does have 1 home run on the season. Here's the windup. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball missing high for ball 1. And I was mentioning earlier, just imagine you're listening on the radio. Well, they don't call us McAlester Radio for nothing. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 2. When I say KNED, that's not not YouTube, by the way. That is our simulcast that we have going on with YouTube. Here's the 1-2. That bounces off of the turf and into the helmet of Wooten. Count now 2-2. No matter where we're at, if you can't, watch it, if you want to listen to it, every single McAlester football, basketball, that's boys and girls, and baseball game is on KNED. Locally, that's 1150 AM and 98.3 FM, 2-2. Fastball misses high for ball 3. You can listen anywhere in the world as well from the KNED app. Just look for that blue logo. Or you can go to McAlsterRadio.com and click on the KNED tab, and it will pop it up for you. So you can listen anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world. From
China?
Yes, the 3-2. And he rings him up. Fastball catches the lower outside corner for strike 3. And it's 2 up, 2 down for Darton Meeks to bring up Jackson Lauerman.
Can I listen from Madagascar?
I don't know if you've got service. Go for it. So Lauerman, first at bat today. McAlester has not gotten a hit. They've only had 1 base runner, and there's a hit by pitch to Gannon Mullins. First pitch curveball right at the knees, strike 1. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch. Curveball, this one misses outside, and that'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. But we do video stream every single home game for all the sports, and if I can get the opportunity and the situations are right, I try to do the away games too. Here's a pop-up. Could be 3 up, 3 down in foul territory. Now losing the ball. No, the second baseman called him off, and it lands in foul territory. The first baseman, Thornburg, was underneath it. And, yeah, that's a foul ball. He should be back at the plate. I think at first he was wondering, did the second baseman, Donahoe, touch it while he was still in fair territory along the line, but soccer won. Okay, we got an update there as well. McAlester boys soccer defeats Guyman in their first ever home playoff game, 2-1. Congratulations to McAlester boys soccer. They're going to be moving on. Awesome. We'll look further into that here in just a little bit as we go to the top of the 3rd inning in a little bit. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Lauerman. Misses low and inside for ball 2. But go back to that last play. Look like the first baseman, Thornburg, was underneath it. Don't know if Donahoe did call him off. Donahoe, when Thornburg ran away, Donahoe was waiting to see where it was at. It doesn't hurt the Wister Wildcats. They're strike 3, swinging from Jackson Lauerman. So we do head to the top of the 3rd inning. Again, 2-0 Wister, leading McAlester. We'll talk about McAlester boys soccer a little bit more in the next break here on K.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at fentonnissan.com.
Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub, 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
So third inning, third different pitcher for McAlester here. And again, Johnny Holstaff pitching today for both teams, it seems like. Our pitching change brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They've been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. Again, the reason why we have so many different pitching changes, don't want to burn your arms up for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when the games are going to matter more in terms of, whether you continue your season or not. That's for both these teams, Wister and McAlester. And also, this is kind of working as a bullpen, one final tune-up for all these pitchers as well. It's now Aiden Shumway on the mound for McAlester, the southpaw for the Buffaloes. He has a 1-1 record, 2 saves to his name, 19 2/3 innings pitched, 4.27 ERA, 21 strikeouts to 14 walks, and a 224 batting average against him. His last outing was on Thursday, and it was when he closed out the game against the Pryor Tigers. This is McAllister's first game against a team not named the Tigers since they took on the Carl Albert Titans in the 5A shootout. First pitch, missing high, ball 1 to Will Bryan, the third baseman, number 9, who flew out to the right fielder, Clark, earlier. You have Mullins moving from the mound over to first, and from first to the mound, Aiden Shumway, the only change there. Here's a hard line drive, stopping it is Gunnar Hodgel, and it was almost a fantastic play. It's going to go down as an infield single. But what a chance to stop that, because if that goes by the diving glove of Hodgel down the third base line, that is extra bases. He leaves him at a single, as that is a shot down the third base line. Full extension. I thought he had it in his glove, but when he popped up, it started rolling over towards the bag, but still, great effort by Hodgel nonetheless. Brings up Darton Meeks, now the pitcher for the Wildcats. First pitch, missing up and outside, ball 1. Meeks reached on an error his first time up. Again, Wildcats lead the McAlester Buffaloes 2-0. But as we were mentioning earlier, the McAlester Buffalo boys soccer team, as this one misses up high for ball 2, they win their first ever home state tournament soccer game. They defeated Guyman 2-1 to advance to the next round. So they are now into the quarterfinals. 2-0, misses high, same location, up and outside for ball 3. So again, McAlester boys soccer advancing to the quarterfinals. They will travel in the next round and play on Thursday at 7 o'clock against the winner of Edison Prep and Pryor, who play tonight at 8 o'clock. 3-0 pitch. That one missed high as well. It's a 4-pitch walk to Darton Meeks, and runners at first and second with nobody out for the Wildcats in Aiden Shumway's first inning. Brings up Landon Donahoe, now the second baseman. He flew out to right field his first time up. This is always the game that I also work my hardest in terms of what I do during commercial breaks, because I'm filling out this entire sheet. We already had 5 combined pitchers in 2 1/3 innings.
Oh, yeah, and it's like you said, it's tune-up games, so you can expect more.
This is fouled off for strike 1. Yeah, the furthest, though, that any pitcher can go while still hoping to maybe pitch Wednesday is 50 pitches. That's for both these teams. I don't believe that Wister is not – I don't think they're playing on Wednesday, though. I think they're going to start off their regional tournament against Pecola on Thursday. This one's popped up and well out of play, and the count is now 0-2 on Donahoe. But one more time, hats off to McAlester boys soccer. History was made tonight. Really cool to see. And I probably predict they'll go to Edison Prep, but you never know. Pryor could get the win there. The 0-2 pitch misses down the turf, and the count is now 1-2 strikes. But yeah, they'll play next this Thursday at 7 course, it's always Oklahoma. Hopefully, again, storms and everything stay away this week, especially for regional baseball here. If you're watching, then that's what you're interested in most, I guess. The 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ground ball, chance for 2. Less now to Stinchcomb. Over to first. 2 for the price of 1. 6-4-3 double play. Runner advances to third from second. Jumping over the ball there, too, was Will Bryan. But the 6-4-3 double play brings up Torben Vokey. It was hit hard by Donahoe, but a nice flip to second, and Stinchcomb delivered a strike over to Mullins to complete the 6-4-3. So again, it brings up Torben Vokey, struck out swinging his first time up. Runner at third, 2 down. First pitch. Misses high, ball 1. There have been 2 free passes by the Buffaloes in terms of hit by pitches or walks. There have been 1 by the Wildcats, McAllister's only base runner, hit by pitch to Gannon Mullins. 1-0, misses high, that'll be ball 2. Two and 0 the count to Vokey. That sun is in full effect right now at the 2-0 pitch. This one misses down low for ball 3. Sunglasses are a must for the right side of the diamond for McAllister. Mullins at first, Stinchcomb at second, Clark in right. Count is 3-0 on Vokey. And the pitch. That one misses high. It's a 4-pitch walk there to Vokey. Shumway's been pretty good in the zone so far this year. Again, he has a 3-to-2 strikeout to walk ratio. Brings up Ethan Thornburg. So far today, he's walked 2. Runners at the corners, top of the third. Buffaloes trail 2-0, 2 down for the lefty, Ethan Thornburg, who had a double in his last at bat. First pitch pops it up the other way towards foul territory. Hodge looks to be underneath it in foul territory, makes the grab, and that'll be out number 3. So all 3 McAllister pitchers have worked themselves into the jams. Only 1 earned run amongst those 3 innings so far, but the Wister Wildcats lead 2-0. So we head now to the bottom of the third inning. McAllister trying to get something going offensively. They'll see another new pitcher, Gunnar Hodgel, Jordan Clark, Aiden Shumway on the way for the Buffs here on K.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571.
Beat the
Go
heat
Buffs!
with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
We get to the bottom of the third inning, and guess what? Jet Tire Service, this is our time of the game where we, again, shout you out. Thank you for sponsoring our pitching change this year. Jet Tire Service has been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond. It's the first pitch from Riley Crane, misses high for ball 1. Again, since 1962, Jet Tire Service has been doing this. They offer 18 major tire brands. Here's the windup and the next pitch from the righty, missing low for ball 2. Get on the mounds now, Riley Crane. He has pitched in 18 innings. He started in 2 of those. As here's a fly ball over to right field and well foul, and that'll be strike 1 on Hodgel. Hodgel head in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. See, there have been 22 strikeouts to 18 walks by Crane. His ERA is phenomenal, 0.78 ERA. And a batting average against him of 158. He goes from center field to the mound. From the mound to shortstop is Meeks. As the next pitch misses, and that'll be ball 4. That was ball 3.
I thought it was
Did
3,
I miss it up?
No, I thought it was 3-2, but
he's working quickly, isn't he? I'm trying to read a bunch of stuff and look at my score sheet. People should see this. I've already 6 combined pitchers. Again, makes a move to shortstop. From short to left field went Vokey. And showing bunt pulling back for ball 1 is Jordan Clark. Fenton has moved from left field to center field. So that is all the changes that we've had. Donahoe still at second base. And Riley Crane didn't take very long to warm up either, so he didn't give me a lot of time to write stuff down. He was ready to go. So Hodgel at first base, count is 1-0. McAllister's second base runner of the day. Showing bunt, trying to get it down. He went after it on a high pitch. Counts now 1-1 on Jordan Clark. Clark batting just a hair under 200. 364 on base percentage, though. 4 extra base hit. He's walked 10 times, been hit by a pitch 3 times. 1-1 shows bunt again, and he does go around again. Can't make contact, and that'll be strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jordan Clark. Crane takes a quick peek over to first base, and the 1-2 pitch. Misses high, and the count's now at 2-2. Hodgel at first has stolen 13 bases this year. He's been caught stealing once. Picked off a couple of times, I believe. 2-2. Oh, he didn't bring the bat down. It went over his head. The bat had stayed up, and it made contact. You heard the ping. And the count is still 2-2. Sometimes it's harder than it sounds. Hey, bring the bat with you, but
It just barely
yeah. Dadgum. 2-2 pitch. Chopper left side. Chance to go around the horn. Third baseman had trouble throwing it over to second. It's a quick turn, but still not in time. Clark is too fast, and he'll go over to first base on the fielder's choice. 5-4 fielder's choice. Third baseman Brian was trying to get it out of his glove. He still delivered a strike over to the second baseman Donahoe, and Donahoe, to his credit, a quick turn, but I don't think he had any chance of getting Clark. So Clark's over at first base at the top of the order for Aiden Shumway, who flew out to right field in his first time up. He represents the tying run.
And it looks like that sun has finally peaked down below the trees enough where we don't have as much of a glare at all.
Good deal. Clark takes off with the first pitch. The pitch is high. The throw down to second is not in time. In with another stolen base. Jordan Clark make that number 20 on the season for Jordan as he's into scoring position for the Buffaloes. Coach Mazey is just rocking PA right now.
I haven't heard him.
I have to turn him up a little bit more.
It's harder to hear in my headphones than it is yours, though.
Here's the 1-0. And this one's fouled off. The count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Shumway on the season batting .452 with runners in scoring position. For a majority of the season, he's been the leader in that stat. But here lately, Lussnow has just overtaken that. He's been really, really good all season. The 1-1, this one's fouled off, and the count is now at 1-2. Yeah, Shumway's been really good all season, but Lussnow the last month, he has been kind of what Shumway was in the first half, but way more with extra base hits. We'll talk about Lussnow when he comes up. He's the man on deck right now. I mean, the way that Lussnow's been swinging the bat, you'd think that he was swinging a tennis racket, the way that it just flies off the bat here recently. 1-2 from Crane. And it misses low and inside. Count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Shumway. Shumway with 12 RBIs as well. 2-2 pitch. He flies his one over to right field. Hardly having to move will be Sloan. Underneath it makes the catch. Thinking about tagging with Clark. He'll just take a few steps off the second base bag to see where it goes. And he'll stay put there. So it's another fly out to right, and it brings up Caden Lussnow. I was mentioning this, Lussnow riding a 6-game hit streak. Listen to this, 500 batting average in his last 6 games, 5 extra base hits, 7 RBIs, and he's 6 for 8 with runners in scoring position. This is the guy you want up when you got a runner 90 or 180 feet away. This first pitch misses low for ball 1. Lussnow, a team leading now 26 RBIs. Team leading .465 batting average with runners in scoring position. Team high 18 extra base hits. Next pitch. Fastball misses outside, and that will be ball 2 to Caden Lussnow. To put things in perspective, the next closest guy to Caden Lussnow in extra base hits has 10. He almost has double the next guy up. That's how good he's been. 2-0 misses low for ball 3. The Eastern Oklahoma State signee now going to play his college ball with the Mountaineers. You and I both went to EOSC.
I was wondering what you did with this. You made that gesture.
Made the gesture. No, yeah, you and I did not play baseball at EOSC, but we did.
They wouldn't have me. I was too good.
As this pitch misses high for ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk to Caden Less now. We have runners at first and second for Gannon Mullins, who had a really good week last week. He was hit by a pitch, and the only pitch he's seen so far. But he batted .417 last week and looking to keep on riding the high. He went 1 for 4 against the Oklahoma Tigers, singling in his final at bat. First pitch. Chopper, third base side. Coming in on is Brian. Brian races for the third base bag, has to dive, and he gets to the bag just in time before stepping on the bag of Jordan Clark. That is Will Bryan with a fantastic play there. And that'll be out number 3. McAlester will leave him stranded at first and second, still looking for their first hit. The Wildcats lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here on K.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
We have our 5th pitching change of the game so far. As this pitching change brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. Where if you didn't think they were getting enough live reads before, Austin Wheat said it during the commercial break.
They're getting enough now.
They're getting enough now. Jackson Lauerman now on the mound for the McAlester Buffaloes, taking on number 4, Ty Sloan at the bottom of the order. First pitch is a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop Less now. Fields it cleanly, throws crossover to first in time for out number 1. That will help out the pitch count. So a 6-3 ground out brings up the top of the order for Cord Fenton, who has doubled and flown out to left in his 2 at-bats. So 1 for 2 on the day. Lauerman goes from left field to the mound. From the mound over to left field is Aiden Shumway. Lauerman on the season, a 3-2 record, 1 save, 30 innings pitched, a 4.20 ERA, 20 strikeouts to 17 walks, and a 284 batting average against him. First pitch to the lefty, Cord Fenton pops this one up in foul territory, and that one's even too far away for Jordan Clark as that one goes into the sea of concrete for strike 1. But, yeah, already the 7th pitcher that we've seen this game, both Caden Lusnow and Landon Donahoe pitched the first, Gannon Mullins and Darden Meeks pitched the second, Aiden Shumway and Riley Crane pitched the third, so Jackson Lauerman starting off the 4th. 0-1 fills his own for strike 2. Buffaloes trail 2-0 heading to the top of the 4th inning. Well, and you know what? The pitching change is actually one of the least read ones that we do, and it's only because a lot of times in district play, we'll hold that thought, the 0-2 pitch misses and bounces off the turf, or really rather off the plate. Count is now 1-2. During district play, normally you have 2 pitchers going the distance. Maybe you'll have 1 pitching change, possibly 2 in district play. So here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, hardly hit. And diving forward is Mullins. Great play. Flips over to the pitcher covering. That's Jackson Lauerman tagging the bag in time for out number 2. A great play by Cannon Mullins, showing off the leather, diving and making the stop and preventing the ball from getting into the outfield turf. Taking away a hit from Cord Fenton. And that's a great hustle play that you just heard it from the fan behind home plate there. Great hustle play by Lauerman to get over there and the concentration to get the ball from Mullins and tag the bag in time to get the out. That's a 3-1 ground up, but put a star next to that one. That one was pretty. First pitch to Riley Crane, misses high for ball 1. He has reached base safely twice, but he's singled and also reached on an E6, so he's 1 for 2. Yeah, district play, you don't have a lot of pitching changes, so definitely getting your money's worth here today. Next pitch misses high. Count is now at 2-0. I'm sure Jet Tire Services, like everyone watched this broadcast. Let's just make the highest viewed
all
broadcast.
All the employees, mandatory. All their families, mandatory.
Jack up the stats. 2-0 pitch. That one misses, but a very good spot. Counts now 3-0 to Riley Crane. It's like, everyone get on the radio right now. Everyone get on your phones. Get the K&D app. Everyone, if you want to watch, go to YouTube.
You can listen from anywhere. I heard that today.
You did hear that.
Even
Madagascar. That tiger and that zebra, you know.
There's not zebras or tigers in Madagascar, Brandon.
This pitch misses high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Riley Crane. You know, Marty and what's the what are their names in the movie?
Marty.
King Julian.
King Julian. Oh, you're going to make me sit here and name all these characters off.
Brings up Tucker Wooten, who is 1 for 2. He is singled and grounded out to third. 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. And I know a lot of people are probably wondering about the Oklahoma City Thunder game. We're going to keep you updated on that as well. Currently, the Thunder lead the New Orleans Pelicans 15-12 with 5:24 left to go in the first quarter.
Man, Thunder are good this year, ain't they?
Very good. First pitch back into the zone to Tucker Wooten for strike 1. Again, Wooten singled and grounded out to third. Just mentioned that. Thunder, took the number 1 seed in the West into the playoffs, and they're a game away from sweeping the Pelicans and getting to the second round. Pickoff over to first is not in time. Back in standing is Riley Crane. Yeah, if they win this game tonight or just win one of the next 4 against the Pelicans, hopefully this is just the last game they have to play against New Orleans. If they win, it's their first playoff victory. Here's a curveball that misses. The throw down to second is not in time. It looked pretty good when it was caught by Phillips. The count's now 1-1. It'll be their first playoff series victory since 2016 when they were 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook were still on that team.
Yeah.
Count's even at 1-1. You a big Thunder fan?
I mean, I watch it when it's on, but my grandpa is a huge Thunder fan. That's like the number 1 thing he loves to watch is basketball.
That one skips off the plate and gets behind Braden Phillips. Taking third now will be Crane. And the count is at, what do you have it at?
I have 2 balls, 1 strike.
All right, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now we just got to see if this guy gets on 4th base.
4th base.
It's home plate.
Scoring. Your runner at third, the count is 2-1 to Tucker Wooten. Wister leading 2-0 on McAlester, top of the 4th. They've gotten a lot of guys in scoring position so far. Here's a high hit fly ball, deep center field, carrying towards the warning track, towards the wall. Getting there just in time and making the catch in front of the warning track is Ethan Watkins, who I mentioned it last week. He's been playing a great 3-week stretch of center field, just having excellent beats on these fly balls. And it keeps the runner at bay at third base. So McAlester working in and out of trouble now for the 4th consecutive inning, and still only 1 earned run to show for it so far. We played half a 7-inning game. The Wister Wildcats lead the McAlester Buffaloes 2-0 here on K.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Fenton Nissan in McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at
Angel's Diner
FentonNissan.com.
Steakhouse and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner Steakhouse and Pub. 1402 South George 9 Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Heading to the bottom of the fourth inning, the Wister Wildcats leading McAlester 2-0 in the regular season finale and for sure the final game at Mike Deak Field of the 2024 season. Again, we thought that might have been Friday, but as weather changed some things around, we are now here in McAlester playing the final game of the regular season before we get to postseason play in Collinsville later on this week. We have another call to the bullpen. It's brought to you again by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. I think that Jake from Jet Tire, I think that if he knew that we were going to be talking about him so much today, he probably would have given us other live reads than just the one that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't know.
He's like, we get it. We
future.
get it. You have been serving, they've been serving Pittsburgh County since 1962 and offer 18 major tire brands. We get it. Hey, that's good advertising, though. They're going to make sure that they get plenty of love, maybe tomorrow. So we have a number 8 against a number 8. Braden Phillips is going to welcome Cord Fenton to the game, the new pitcher for the Wildcats, lefty for the Wildcats. First pitch pounding the outside corner and the mid with the catcher Wooten for strike one. So from the mound to center field goes Crane. And from, looks like, here's a foul ball down the third base line. Now be strike two. And from center field to the mound is Cord Fenton. He's pitched 19 innings this year. 1-0 record, 32 strikeouts to 27 walks, a 4.05 ERA against him, and just a 153 batting average against the lefty. First lefty, I believe, that the Wildcats have thrown today. Still no hits for McAlester. Bottom of the fourth inning now, the 0-2 pitch to Phillips. His fastball misses way high for ball one. I think that Donahoe, Meeks, and Crane threw it pretty well, but just off of initial reaction, I think Cord Fenton is throwing it harder than any one of those three. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Goes with the off speed and bounces. Moves the count to 2-2. I mean, that ball is humming towards the catcher Wooten. 2-2. Fastball, it's fouled off, and the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillips struck out swinging his first time up. Buffaloes has struck out as a team so far 3 times today. McAlester was really good in terms of putting the bat on the ball last year against the Wildcats. Only struck out once. Had 6 hits in their 3-0 win. 2-2. Slaps the bat at that down the third base line, grabbing it, throwing over to first. It's going to be a close play. What a play by the first baseman, Thornburg. That is not easy. It looks easy, but it's not easy. The throw from the pitcher, Fenton, over to Thornburg, just crossed to the left of Braden Phillips and having to just stick his glove there. Kind of like hoping it gets into the glove was Thornburg, and he made a fantastic catch. That's a lot of concentration to be able to stick with that one. He even threw it around the diamond, and he kind of shook his head and said, that was a close one. Here's a fly ball over to right field to Spencer Stinchcomb. He got into fair territory. It's going to be extra bases for the junior. Stinchcomb rounding first, getting to second standing, and there's McAllister's first hit. Spencer Stinchcomb takes the first pitch he sees and takes it down the right field line. And it brings up Ethan Watkins. So McAlester, first hit of the game, down 2-0, bottom of the fourth inning. For Ethan Watkins. Kind of reminded me of that Muskogee game. We were supposed to have a rematch with Muskogee, that game that went 12 innings, 9-8 final. That's how the 7th inning led us get into the extra innings against the Ruffers. It was 2 down. Right now it's just 1, though. It was 2 down. And there was a fly ball that went and landed almost exactly at the same spot. And then Watkins came up the very next at-bat and hit it off the top of the right field wall. If it was a day like today where the wind's not blowing, he would have sent it over the wall. And we wouldn't have played an extra 5 innings. Watkins has that kind of power. He struck out looking, though, his first time up today. Trying to get back into that groove that he had to end off the month of March and begin the month of April. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back as it misses low for ball 1. I don't think Watkins has a bunt single this year, and he had quite a bit last year. Might have to look at that again. 1-0 shows bunt, pulls back and hit off of the plate, and it gets away from the catcher, Wooten. And taking third will be Spencer Stinchcomb. So now Watkins doesn't have to bunt unless he just wants to try to bunt for a hit or try to bring the runner in there. Maybe on like a safety squeeze type thing. Count is 2-0 on him, though. Buffalo's 90 feet away from trying to get their first run. 2-0 pitch. And it's a line drive straight to the shortstop. Excellent barrel by Ethan Watkins, but straight to the shortstop, Meeks. That is tough luck, and that'll be out number 2. Hardest hit ball today for the Buffaloes, but straight to Meeks, and that brings up Jackson Lauerman. Lauerman trying to drive in. Spencer Stinchcomb at third base, 2 down, bottom of the 4th inning, first pitch. Misses high for ball 1. Now officially not a single cloud in the sky and a beautiful sunset here in McAlester, Oklahoma. 1-0 is the count as that one caught the upper part of the zone. Looked a little high. Lauerman thought it was high too, but he gets the call. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. One thing that all 4 pitchers have done for the Wister Wildcats so far, though, is keep it low. Not a lot of pitches to drive here by the Buffs. 1-1. Here's a hard hit ground ball and snagged by the third baseman, Brian. He'll flip across the diamond, and that is just, again, tough luck for McAlester. They made hard contact on the last 2 batters. Ethan Watkins just drove one to the shortstop, Meeks, but it was caught for out number 2. And then a hard hit ground ball by Jackson Lauerman, but a snag by Brian. And the fire over to first ends the inning with McAlester leaving the runner over at third base. Really not much more you can ask there, just for hopefully just moved it a little bit, 3-4 feet away from those intended fielders. So we now head to the top of the 5th inning. McAlester still trailing Wister 2-0 here on KNED.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at St. Walter's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We get to the top of the 5th inning, and for the first time, going to the next half inning, we don't have a new pitcher. Jackson Lauerman in for his second inning of work. Worked a relatively efficient top half of the fourth inning, so he's in for the fifth, and he'll be taking on the this is the 4-5-6 batters. This is the first pitch. Misses. Good spot, though. Ball 1 to Will Bryan, who is 1 for 2 today with a fly out to right and a single. Just starting the fifth, the 1-0, swung on and missed. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Friday we were kind of telling, the press box by at Mike Deak Field. We thought, hey, okay, yeah, we'll see you again next year. Turns out, nope. 3 days later, it's a fly ball to deep left field, carrying towards the warning track. It's going to one hop off of the wall, and it's going to get deep into the corner. And it'll be a double here by Will Bryan to start off the fifth inning. Brings up Darton Meeks. Wister's had a lot of chances to be able to really extend their lead here in the last 3 innings. They put runners, bases were loaded in the second. I think they had runners at first and third in the third. They had a runner at third in the fourth. They've only had 1 base hit, make that 2 base hits with runners in scoring position. And it was Riley Crane that scored the run. Here's a pop up and out of play here by Darton Meeks, who's 0 for 1. He's reached on an error and walked so far. Count is 0-1, top of the fifth inning. And also, you know what I also forgot about? I was like telling this press box goodbye and everything. Is this one grazes the arm of Darton Meeks, and he takes a hit by pitch, and it brings up Landon Donahoe. Started this game as the pitcher, now playing second base. He is 0 for 2 with the fly out to right and a ground into a double play. We still have the All-Star game to call later in the month of May.
Yeah, when is that, by the way?
In the month of May.
Okay.
I don't know exactly the day for sure, but it's usually the week after the state tournament, I think. It's a Wednesday usually after the week of the state tournament, which the state tournament's next week. So if I'm right, and I'm just taking a wild guess here, that will be, let me see, get my calendar out. I'm trying to do a lot of things at once.
The 12th.
15th.
Oh, I was close.
First pitch misses down on the turf to Donahoe. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners at first and second for the Wildcats. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning, leading 2-0 on McAlester. One-0. Gets a bunt down. Good one down the third base line. It'll roll, and it's a perfect bunt. Infield single on a perfect bunt. Just rode the third base line, and neither Lauerman or Hodgel really had to play at that one. And it loads the bases with nobody out on the bunt single. Brings up Torben Vokey, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk so far. That's the 6th hit of the game for the Wister Wildcats. 6-1 is the hit column, but so far only leading the Buffaloes by 2. They have a chance to change that here. McAllister's infield comes in on the infield turf against Vokey. First pitch. Misses way outside into the left-handed batter's box against the righty. 1-0 the count. Lauerman pauses, kicks and fires the pitch. That one misses same spot. 2 balls, no strikes. So Lauerman will step off the mound a little bit, kind of collect himself, get right back to the rubber. Here's the 2-0. That one misses. Ball 3. 1 pitch away from bringing in a run the easy way here for Torben Vokey.
Gotta be careful with that because this game means everything if you want to win tonight.
3-0 misses outside for ball 4. That's going to be an RBI walk. What popped that in your head?
It's true, though.
I mean, if you want to win tonight, yeah, I guess it does mean everything. I mean, both teams want to win. But like I said, also want to get your pitchers some experience, or not just experience, get them tuned up, Base is still loaded after the RBI walk brings up Ethan Thornburg, who is 1 for 2. He's doubled and flown out to the third baseman, Gunnar Hodgel, in foul territory. So it's a 3-0 game. First pitch, ground ball up the middle, and it's going to split the middle infield, score at least one. Looks like it might score two. Watkins was prepping to fire, but he'll get it back into the infield. It's a 2 RBI single by Ethan Thornburg on a ground ball that was right up the middle with the infield playing in. And it brings up Ty Sloan as it's now a 5-0 game. Wister starting to extend their lead and finally cashing in with runners and scoring. Biggest base hit of the day so far for the Wildcats, a 2 RBI single by Thornburg. Brings up Ty Sloan, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out to third. First pitch, he shows bunt, gets it down. It's another good one down the third base line, but this one a little bit too off. As it was grabbed by Hodgel about 3 feet to the left of the third base line. So the goal that separated the McAlester Buffalo boys soccer team from Guyman that led to their first ever win in playoff history was Cameron Giacomo. As this one misses outside for ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. Not only their first win in their first home playoff game, it's the first playoff win for McAlester boys soccer ever. So it's really cool. Happened with 10:24 left in the second half. Cameron Giacomo with a goal and the eventual final score of 2-1.
So Cameron Giacomo is the reason why they won tonight?
Well, he had the winning goal, yeah.
I go to school with him.
You do?
Yeah, for real. He's in that
KTC
class.
Yeah. Well, tell him good job tomorrow.
No, I'm gonna do the exact opposite. I'm gonna mess with him a little bit.
1-1 shows bunt, pulls back, misses high for ball 2.
I'm gonna figure out a different player's name. Like, yeah, they were saying that he made the final, the final goal.
And thank you, by the way, to Derek Catridge for that information. 2 balls, 1 strike. Trying to show bunt here, still Sloan. As this one, he pulls back on, and it's called strike 2. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, boys soccer team will be playing again on Thursday, and that will be against the winner of Edison Prep or Pryor. 2-2. Still showing bunt with the curveball. He pulled back and it missed high, ball 3. Now, every once in a while, you'll still see guys try to get the bunt down even with 2 strikes on them. In a game that doesn't matter in terms of where you're going to be at the playoffs, it may not be a bad time to try it, But you risk a foul ball on a bunt for a strikeout if you can't get it between the lines. Does not show bunt here, and the pitch misses high again, and that'll be ball 4. Command issues a little bit here in the top of the 5th inning. And it loads the bases again for the Wildcats for the top of the order in Cord Fenton, who is 1 for 3 with a double, a fly out to left, and then a 3-1 ground out on a nice play from Gannon Mullins. Once again, the infield will come in on the infield turf. Wister is leading McAlester 5-0. There's still nobody out in the top half of the 5th. First pitch to Fenton. Misses way inside, ball 1.
Like I said, you got to be really careful because, this is the most important game of the year if you're looking to win, this game.
That's such a weird statement. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner for strike 1.
There's someone out there that doesn't realize I'm joking, and they're like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm sure. I know there is somewhere.
Of course it's the most important game if you want to win. What does he mean?
1-1, swing and a miss for strike 2. Went after the low, it looked like off speed there from Lauerman. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That was pitch number 34 from Lauerman, so he's got, looks like 16 more he can work with, and still pitch Wednesday. So here's the 1-2 now. This one's fouled off over towards the Wister dugout, and the count's still 1-2. But the Wildcats have a chance to really put this one away, and they have the perfect spot in the lineup to try to do it. Top half of the order. Starting off with the 1 hole, the 1-2. Pops it out of play towards the walking track. Count still 1-2. the walking track where legends are made.
Why you say that?
Well, back in the day, you still have to get like a mile, and I think it's 7 minutes to make the varsity team for McAlester.
Oh, I got you.
Or to qualify to make the varsity team for McAlester. So here's the 1-2. Misses high, and now the count's even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I don't know exactly if that's
but close enough.
But I do know that when I was in high school, it was 2 miles and 14 minutes. That thing scared me. The 2-2 misses outside, and the count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I prepped all year for that 2-mile run.
Did it pay off?
I guess so. I made it.
What was your time?
First year was the hardest one, my freshman year. That was the toughest one. I'll tell you here in a second. Here's the payoff, and it misses high, and that will bring in another run on a bases-loaded walk to Cord Fenton. And it brings up Riley Crane. That is looks like that's the 4th free pass given up so far this inning. Brings up Crane, who is 1 for 2, an RBI single, reached on an E6 and walked. Yeah, the first year, my freshman year, was the hardest one. I made it, in no joke, exactly 14 minutes. Like on the dot, 14 minutes.
Nice.
Sophomore, junior, senior year, I was a little bit more in shape. Wasn't as hard, but still tough.
See, I did it something similar, about that distance, about 4 minutes, 45 seconds.
How far did you run?
That same amount.
I'm sure.
I did.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, as that will be it for Jackson Lauerman, and it'll bring in Jordan Clark in from right field. Wister working a 4-run top of the 5th inning, and they're still not done. Bases are loaded, and nobody is out as Clark will take the mound. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on K.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer, and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed, and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South George Knight Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
We have our 5th pitcher of the game for the McAlester Buffaloes. It is Jordan Clark. Is this pitching change brought to you by Jet Tire Service? They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. And you know what? I'm going to add something. Don't fret. Call Jet.
There you go.
Or jettire.net, whatever. Wister is leading the McAlester Buffaloes 6-0, and they have a chance to really put McAlester away, as it is the top half of the 5th. They've already scored 4 runs without an out, and it brings up Riley Crane, who has an RBI single. He's reached on an E6 and walked. Jordan Clark in for the first time, inheriting a bases-loaded jam right now. Lauerman will be responsible in terms of his stat line for everybody on base right now. So against Riley Crane, Clark fires the first pitch, and it's up and inside, ball 1. Getting out of the way is Crane, ball 1.
Talk about pressure.
Clark has a 0-0 record this year. He does have one save. He's pitched in 6 2/3 innings. He's had 7 earned runs. As this next pitch misses high for ball 2. And a lot of those just came off of walks and then timely hits against his opponents. Again, 4 out of those 7 earned runs were on one swing of the bat, a grand slam against Choctaw, who is just otherworldly this year. Here's a big swing and a miss for strike 1. He has struck out 8, again, walked 11, and a 182 batting average against him on the season. In his 6 2/3 innings, he's only given up 4 hits, which is a really, really good stat line right there. 2-1. This fastball catches the inside corner, and the count is now at 2-2. Crane kind of got out of the way of that pitch, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Infield is still in on the infield turf, trying to knock out a run at home. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That boy Jordan Clark comes in from the quote-unquote bullpen, a.k.a. right field, and gets an immediate out on the strikeout of Riley Crane. By the way, we do have some more position changes. Shumway has moved from left over to right. So here's the first pitch. Fastball missing inside, ball 1. To Tucker Wooten. Lauerman has moved from the mound over to left field, and like I said, Clark from right to the mound. And our 5th pitcher of the game for McAlester and our 9th combined pitcher so far. 1-0. Fastball missing inside, ball 2. Again, Wooten has singled, grounded out to third, and flown out to center field. Only 2 strikeouts today by the Wildcat offense. 2-0 pitch. This one gets the inside corner, and the count is now at 2 balls and 1 strike. Middle infield backs up. Try to turn 2 that way. Corner infielders are in even with the bags. The 2-1 pitch misses inside, and now the count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Clark has tried to attack the inside corner against Tucker Wooten for all 4 pitches. Has had one of them called a strike. Hitters count for the 3-hole batter Wooten. 3-1. The pitch. That is a great spot. Does not get the call. Immediately taken off for first base was Wooten, and he'll get the RBI walk. Thought I even heard Coach Homer from the dugout say, nice pitch. It looked like one. Again, though, can't say much because from the left to the right side of the plate, really can't see the zone as well. Obviously, as good as the home plate umpire, we have a pretty good view of high to low, but not inside to outside. So that makes it a 7-0 game. Still only 1 down for the Wildcats for Will Bryan, who's 2 for 3. First pitch to Bryan, and he drives this one to left field. Jackson Lauerman will watch this one hop into him. It's going to score 1 run, and he'll fire to his cutoff man, Caden Luss now, as it's now 8-0. And that's a 3 for 4 day for Will Bryan. And now the Wildcats have officially batted around. Brings up Darton Meeks. This started with a hit by pitch to him to start off the inning. He is 0 for 1, and the only time he's put the ball in play, he reached on an E6. McAlester could use a double play ball to end the inning. First pitch, outside corner, called strike 1. A little high outside action there. Getting only the 5th hit given up by Clark so far this season. 0-1 pitch. Here's a line drive straight to Watkins. It's going to one-hop to him as well, make that 6. As that scores 1 run and makes it a 9-0 game as Wildcats continue to rake here. I'm looking through the lineup here. I think there's only there's only 2 batters so far that hasn't had a hit. Brings up Landon Donahoe. He had a bunt single earlier this inning. He's flown out to right, grounded into a double play, and then the bunt single. Bases still loaded, 9-0 the game. It's the first pitch fastball misses high for ball 1. I'm telling you one thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Wister makes another deep run this year. They lost in the semifinals last year to the eventual state champion Silo, 6-2. As this one bounces to move the count to 2-0. They've already beaten Silo this year, 12-4, just here recently, actually. And they look like they're well on their way to a 10-game winning streak. Came into this one with a 9, and they're leading 9-0 right now with the 7th spot here in the 5th. 2-0. Pops his one up. A shallow outfield area. Caden Lust now underneath it. Makes the catch. No infield fly was ever called. Probably should have been. But that'll be out number 2. I know it's in the outfield grass anyway, but since Lust now was able to get there with ease, it probably should have been called. And that'll be out number 2. Brings up Torben Vokey. He was 0 for 1. He struck out and walked twice, one of them an RBI walk. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. And Clark has come in with the bases loaded. He's gone strikeout, walk, single, fly out to short so far. 0-1, misses high, counts even at 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, with a senior-heavy pitching rotation, you can bet that Jordan Clark's going to be relied upon a lot more next year. And the rotation is the 1-1. Misses low and inside for ball 2. Some pitchers in the McAlester rotation that will probably get a lot more action next year. And some of them already had plenty of action this year. Starting off with Max Harmon. Of course, you got Jordan Clark pitching right now. 2-1. Pitch misses high for ball 3. You also have Gunnar Hodgel, who's pitched in 6 innings so far this year. A couple of other people that aren't going to be, leaving at the end of this year with graduation. You got Cole Labus, Wilson Alford. Those are guys that have had varsity pitching experience. This one's fouled off, and the count's now full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. And with 2 down and the bases loaded, runners will be taken off with the pitch. 9-0 Wister leads. If it's an 8 runs after 5-inning run rule enforced, then McAllister's down to their final 3 outs. 3-2. Here's a line drive left field, riding the line but tailing foul. And we'll do it again. Everyone's got to go back to their spots. And it might take a while for the runner at second to get back over there. He'll jog and take the shortcut. So we'll take off again with the count at 3-2. 9-0 Wister leads McAlester. We'll do it again. 3-2 from Clark. Runners take off, and it goes behind the batter, and that will lead to a 10th run scored. So whether it's 8 or 10 that you're looking at, now the runner rule definitely is there. McAllister is down to their final 3 outs. That is the 3rd consecutive walk to Torben Vokey. He's 0 for 1 with 3 walks and 2 RBIs. Imagine going 0 for 1 in 4 plate appearances, and you get 2 RBIs too. And hadn't put a ball in play yet. That is a wild stat line. First pitch curveball misses outside to Ethan Thornburg. He is 2 for 3. He's hit a double, 2 RBI single earlier this inning, and has flown out to third. Next pitch misses as well, ball 2. This is the 13th batter of the inning for the Wildcats. 2-0. That one lower outside quadrant, called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Thornburg. (10-0) the Wildcats with 1 inning have completely changed this game. 2-1. Misses outside, a little bit up 2, and the count is now 3 balls, 1 strike. And really what just came back to hurt McAllister after not really having any walks. I think they had 2 free passes, maybe 3. Maybe 3 coming into this inning. It has completely changed. The 3-1. Here's a fly ball. Deep left center field. Running after it is Watkins. Diving forward, and it hits the turf. It's going to score 2 runs easy, and that will move the runner from first to third as well. And it is a 12-0 game on another 2 RBI base hit by Ethan Thornburg. He's got 4 RBIs this inning. That's a good day. 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs for Ethan Thornburg out of the 8th spot. Brings up Ty Sloan. Runners at the corners with 2 down. As it's 10 runs now in the inning for the Wildcats. 14th batter for the Wildcats up. Sloan has walked twice and grounded out to short as well. This first pitch fouled back into the glove of the catcher Phillips for strike 1. I think it was only 3 walks coming into this inning. In this inning alone, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 free passes this inning. Next pitch misses for ball 1. One. Inside corner, called strike 2. Buffalo's trying to just stop the bleeding and get back into the dugout. They need at least 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game going. That's if they hold it to 12 runs. The 1-2 popped up and out of play behind the McAlester dugout. So we'll do it again at 1-2.
That one went way back there.
And someone's going to go fishing for that, especially with all the rain that we ended up getting. There's a little creek that's over there. That ball's waterlogged. It's for the people in the woods now. The 1-2, big hop over to the deep part of the shortstop area, and there's no play at first. That's an infield single. It was a chopper, but it was a big hop deep into the shortstop area. I'll just say it twice in a row. Lesnow was able to backhand it and look over at first, but there was no play. He didn't want to risk an overthrow on really no play at first base. So that's an RBI infield single by Ty Sloan. We're back to the top of the order again. It's an 11-run inning by the Wildcats. They lead 13-0. First pitch, fly ball left field. Lauerman looking after it and will make the catch as he loses his hat for out number 3, but it was a rough inning for McAllister's defense. 11 runs scored by the Wister Wildcats. Makes it a 13-0 game as we head to the home half of the 5th inning. McAllister needs at least 4 runs to keep this game going. You're listening to McAllister Baseball here on K.
Hi.
Beat the heat with American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning and Freeze and Flare, your local champs for cool perfection. Proud McAlester Buffalo supporters. Score with financing offers upon approved credit. See dealer for details. Call 918-217-8785 or visit freezeandflare.com to hit it out of the park. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Freeze and Flare, your home comfort, home run. License number 001-44485.
Here at Reagan Auto, we offer a variety of services for your vehicle needs. AC and heat repair, brakes, tires, front end repair, alignments, electrical repair, and everything in between. We are proud to offer a select line of engines and transmissions backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide warranty. Give us a call at 918-715-3236 or stop by and speak to one of our advisors about how we can help. 306 East Wyandotte in McAlester. From the team at Reagan Auto, thanks for your business.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula. With 2 locations to choose from, we have close to 200 vehicles on the ground and coming in. And with vehicles starting at $29.95, we have something for everyone. And if you need parts or service, we are loading up at both locations to serve you better. Plus, with our mobile service van and our pickup and delivery, we can help you with sales and service no matter where you are. So come see us at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in McAlester and Eufaula and let us make it happen for you.
Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, McAlester needs 4 runs to keep this game going. Again, it was a 2-0 game heading to the top of the 5th, and I don't know how long that inning lasted, but McAlester could not wait to get back into the dugout. It's an 11-run inning by the Wister Wildcats in the top half of the inning to now put this one pretty much out of reach. McAlester needs to have a pretty big inning themselves this inning, as we have another call at the bullpen brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They have been serving Pittsburgh County and beyond since 1962. They offer 18 major tire brands. It's the first pitch from now Torben Vokey. Misses low outside for ball 1, the curveball. Looks like Vokey goes from left field to the mound. From the mound over to left field, goes back as Cord Fenton. So here's the 1-0 from the righty. This one's fouled off by Gunnar Hodgel for strike 1. Vokey has pitched in 10 innings, a 1-0 record, 10 strikeouts to 5 walks, a 0.70 ERA, and a 156 batting average against him. Another really good pitcher here for the Wildcats. They've thrown 5 really good ones against McAlester. 1-1's popped up in the infield, foul territory, as it will stay in the air. Does it stay in there long enough for a catch? No. As it leaves the yard, just outside the fence line. And just staying alive is Gunnar Hodgel to count at 1-2. I mean, that ball landed just on the other side of the fence. Here's the windup in the 1-2 to Hodgel. And it bounces outside. Count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a lot different games than what we saw the last 2 years between the Wildcats and the Buffaloes. Again, 2 years ago, it was a close 9-7 game. Last year, McAlester won 3-0. This year, Wister has asserted their dominance. 2-2. Fly ball, right field, hardly having to move is Sloan. Gets underneath it, makes the catch. And that's out number 1. McAlester down to their final 2 outs. Brings up Jordan Clark, who grounded into a fielder's choice. McAlester has had 1 hit today, and it's been a double by Spencer Stinchcomb down the right field line. This one was, like I said, a pitching duel at first, where I think we had 4 hits by the Wildcats, maybe 5, to 1 by McAlester going into the 5th. 1 big inning with a lot of help. Curveball misses low outside to Clark for ball 1. Yeah, I think there were 6 free passes, like a hit by pitch and 5 walks in 1 inning. McAlester gave up a few hits too. Not a good recipe for success. This one misses outside for ball 2. McAlester had 2 errors in their first 2 innings. They've again played good defense since then. And now you can officially count it up. McAlester has more free passes this year than they do strikeouts. Coming into today, there was 206 strikeouts to 205 free passes. And like I said, those are walks / hit by pitches. Pitch from Vokey. Outside corner, called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. First pitch time today was at 6:50. We're at 8:32 right now here in McAlester. 2-1 from Vokey. It just misses the outside corner, and the count goes to 3-1. So hitters count for Jordan Clark. Windup and the 3-1 pitch. And a good pitch to swing at, but fouls it right back into the glove of Wooten. And the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down for the Buffaloes, nobody on base. Down to their final 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 3-2 pitch misses outside, and Clark will say, I'm walking here. 90 feet over to first base. And it brings up Aiden Shumway, who's flown out to right twice. He's got a 4-game hit streak that's in jeopardy right now. Caden Luss now has a 6-game hit streak. He's on deck and hoping he can get up to the plate. Playing in is the third baseman Brian, who's played had a couple of really great web gyms today. Taking off for second with the first pitch. It's a line drive over to right field, and a good piece of hitting by Shumway. Going opposite way. Can Clark go first to third? Looks like he will. On the first pitch that Aiden Shumway sees, his 10th first pitch hit this year. Puts runners at the corners with 1 down, and Caden Luss now up at the plate. So runners at the corner, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. McAlester needs 4 runs to keep this thing going. Down 13-0. Luss now has flown out to first and walked. Working out of the stretch. It's a little bit of a different stretch here for Vokey. First pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. What I mean, it looks like he's standing like he's about to start his windup. But he just keeps his right foot turned sideways while his left foot is pointed towards the catcher. And then he just steps in front. I haven't seen a stretch like that before. Runner takes off for second. Great jump by Shumway. Pitch misses high, and the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. Shumway takes second with ease. Runners at second and third with 1 down. McAllister's Caden Luss now up at the plate, who is 0 for 1, flown out to first and walked. First, I thought Vokey was working out the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Misses down the turf. Count now to 2-1 on Luss now. Two balls, 1 strike. Coming set. And the 2-1 to Luss now. That one misses low and outside. Ball 3. Hitters count for Mr. Caden Luss now. Gannon Mullins is on deck. Buffalo's hoping to return the favor to Wister and have a big inning of their own. Vokey kicks and fires the 3-1. And swinging out after it, there's going to be a snap throw over to third, and getting back just in time is Clark. Must now chase the high inside pitch, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down, Vokey comes set. 3-2. Curveball, and he'll foul this one over the press box into the parking lot. We'll do it again, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vokey in 10 innings pitched, only 5 walks so far this year. He did walk Jordan Clark, so that's his 6th. The 3-2. And Caden Less now gives us a ride over to center field. It will be caught by the center fielder, Crane. Coming in and scoring, the Buffaloes won't be shut out, as we do have a ball that's nearly, it's thrown into the dugout, and so that means another run's going to score. So it's a sac fly by Caden Less now. And then as the throw was trying to get to Aiden Shumway at third base, it sailed past the third baseman, Brian, into the McAlester dugout to score 2 runs. So McAllister's down to their final out, but they do score 2 runs on that play. So it's a sac fly to center field, and I don't know who threw the ball. I think that was, it might have been the shortstop. I was looking over at Shumway instead where the ball was going. So I looked up from my sheet. First pitch to Gannon Mullins misses up and inside for ball 1. So the Buffaloes trail now 13-2. Still got to score 2 more runs to keep the game going. Mullins has been hit by a pitch and grounded into a 5 unassisted fielder's choice. This one's down the middle for strike 1. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Wildcats nearly went 2 times through the lineup in the last inning. 1-1. Curveball in the zone, strike 2. And I believe the Buffaloes down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Vokey trying to, I believe, finish the job here. Here's the windup. The long windup, the 1-2 from the righty. Just misses the outside corner. Count is now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild here in the 5th. Wind not blowing at all. You can hear the birds chirping. It's a beautiful night here in McAlester, Oklahoma. The 2-2. And Mullins fouling it off, staying alive. Counts even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. There have been 2 hits by the Buffaloes today, Aiden Shumway and Spencer Stinchcomb. The Buffs get a third here from Mullins, the 2-2. We'll have to wait and see. This one misses up and outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Gannon Mullins. Walker not here for the senior. The windup. We'll do it again, the payoff pitch. And he swings and misses at strike 3 down in the turf. And that will be the ball game. The McAlester Buffaloes fall to the Wister Wildcats 13-2 in 5 innings behind a 11-run top of the 5th inning. And that will drop McAlester to 19-15. The Wister Wildcats, they win their 20th game of the season and their 10th game in a row. So they came into their 10-game winning streak 9-6 on the year. Take that back. They came into it 10-6 on the year and now have won 10 straight and take down the McAlester Buffaloes 13-2 in 5. We'll talk a little bit more about this one when we come back. You're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED.
My wife makes the best lasagna, even in that old kitchen of ours. She deserves the best kitchen money can buy, but all our cash was tied up. So we went to the Bank N.A. for a loan for our kitchen remodel, and the folks at the Bank N.A. came through for us and our family. Plus, the Bank N.A. is local, so the money stays in town. Call 918-423-2265 or go into the Bank N.A. to get your loan for whatever your family wants or needs. The Bank N.A. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Graduation is only a month away.
And Finn Nissan of McAlester has some great deals to celebrate the graduate of your family.
Come get a 2024 Nissan Kicks for only $299 a month.
Or come get a 2024 Nissan Sentra for only $299 a month.
And remember, we don't just sell great vehicles, we buy them too.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Shop us online now at FentonNissan.com.
Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub serves great breakfasts all day and juicy burgers too. Angel's Diner also serves brick oven pizza on Friday and Saturday nights from 5 p.m. to close. Angel's Steaks are certified Angus beef, and the pub offers beer, wine, and mixed drinks. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner make it Angel's Diner, Steakhouse, and Pub. 1402 South Georgia Expressway, McAlester. Call 918-423-2633. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Sundays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Like us on Facebook.
Hi, my name is Gail, and I invite you to T&W Tire, an Oklahoma-based company formed in 1987. In 2020, T&W Tire acquired the McAlester location, where Doug and I have worked for over 20 years, providing service to McAlester and the surrounding areas. Our trained technicians continue to provide quality service for brakes, suspension, and alignments, along with 24-hour road service. We carry Goodyear, Michelin, and many other brands to fit your budget. Stop by T&W Tire, Highway 69 and Peaceable Road, McAlester. Call 918-426-6571. Go Buffs!
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field here in McAlester, Oklahoma, and the Buffaloes' final game at Mike Deak Field for the 2024 season. McAlester saw an ugly one. They lost 13-2 in 5 innings. I know that, again, you wanted to win the game, obviously, but in the end, you're wanting to get your pitchers some final tune-ups before they go to the regional tournament. And if you were still looking for final tune-ups, I'm just going to say it now. McAlster's wanted probably a little bit better outcome than that. Now, McAlester did look pretty good in the first 4 innings pitching-wise. I know they gave up some hits, but they also worked themselves in and out of trouble against a really good team in the Wister Wildcats. It's a top 5 team in 2A. They are really, really good. They were the state semifinalists last year, and they bring back, as I mentioned, 6 starters from last year's game. So they are really good, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make it back to the semifinals again this year. So the first 4 innings, you were able to do that just fine. You were able to work yourself in and out of trouble. You were able to get yourself back into the dugout when you had runners at second and third. But just the name of the game again. When McAlester struggled this year, it has been with first inning errors or first couple of inning errors that have led to runs. A first inning error added an extra run on top of another run that the Wildcats already scored. So that made it a 2-0 game for the first 4 innings. McAlester kind of struggled to get hits. They didn't have their first one until the second time through the lineup, and Spencer Stinchcomb had a double down the right field line. So that has been their problem when you're looking at their defense when you give up, first 1 or 2 inning errors, but then also the free passes, and that's what's hurt McAlester, I think, more than anything this year is the control at times. And sometimes having the inconsistency, you could look really good one inning, and then the very next inning, it's hard to find the zone, hard to hit your corners. And that's what the 5th inning was primarily about. We had a lot of free passes in that. I think we had 6 or 7 free passes in the top of the 5th inning. McAlester had 10 altogether from their pitching staff today. And a lot of different pitching. We had 10 combined pitchers. I don't think I've seen 10 combined in a game so far. Maybe I have once. I think that might have been Salsaw a couple years ago. But I've never seen, I don't think, 5 and 5 from both teams. But, again, neither team wanted to really burn their pitching. They wanted to give everybody tune-ups to try to make sure that they can work on some things. It was pretty much a bullpen with live batting is what it is. That counted in your wins and loss column, but not counting towards what's going to happen in your postseason play. So Wister, they're going to play in their own regional. They're taking on Pecola at 11 a.m. They also have Wilburton and Walters in their regional. McAlester is traveling to Collinsville on Wednesday. They play Grove at 1:30. They also have Memorial in that regional as well. So 19-15 is your final regular season record, which McAlster's already guaranteed to have a winning record. No matter how the regionals go, McAlester cannot have a losing record this year. They will have a winning record, not even 500. They'll have a winning record. They have solidified that. They did that with a win against Pryor back on Thursday. But I know for the Buffaloes, at least for the senior crew, this is not how you probably wanted your last couple of games to end. I thought McAlester played really well against Oklahoma last Friday, the number 1 team in 2A, but you didn't want to see a 13-2 run rule loss in 5 innings. So that's going to sting a little bit. You're going to think about that. I said it in the Friday game with Todd, who was on the camera with us and on the board with us. I was saying, man, you're never going to forget your last game played at Mike Deak Field with, the buffs across your chest and everything. So it was not the one that McAlester wanted to see today, but they know what they got to work on. And like I said, for the most part, all right. But that one bad inning, man, that looked bad. So McAlester hopes that they can kind of turn it around a little bit. But again, got to remember it's also against the Wister Wildcats. If you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. And it led to, it started off with a hit by pitch, then laid down a bunt single, walk here. Then they had 2 base hits in a row, and then you walk again, and they just took it down the line. So some of it is McAlester making their own mistakes, and another part of it, I'd say half of it is McAllister's mistakes, and the other half is Wister being a really good team top to bottom. So hats off to the Wildcats, and let's see if McAlester can, again, catch momentum again when they take on the Grove Ridge Runners. It will be a rematch of 2022's regional championship when McAlester went to the state tournament, winning 2 of 3 from the Ridge Runners, which was a memorable, whatever I'm trying to say. I can't say anything. It's been Monday. I've been the middle of my show. I do a midday show on K101, subtle plug, and I was talking like this too, and I had to tell all my listeners, I was like, man, I'm sorry. It's Monday, and I'm crawling to the finish line.
It's all right. I've done it too. I've done it like 2 or 3 times today.
Memorable.
I kind of get little.
Is what I'm trying to say. It was a memorable weekend because it was also Mother's Day weekend. So we'll see if the Buffaloes can punch their ticket back to state because I know they've been missing going to the state tournament. Let's see if they can get back there at the end of this week. So let's go ahead and look at our post-game stats. Again, some weird ones today. Your post-game stats brought to you by Big V Feed Center in McAlester, Hadco Farm and Ranch in Kiowa, and Chakota Wholesale Feed Company in Chakota for your spring feeding program needs. We had a game time today of an hour and 50 minutes. Hour and 50 minutes today for McAlester as we started 10 minutes early, and our last pitch was thrown at 8:40. The Wildcats, like I said, improved to 20-6. They have won 10 games in a row. 1 through 9 looked like this. Cord Fenton went 1 for 4 with an RBI walk. Riley Crane went 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Tucker Wooten, he went 1 for 3. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. We had Tucker Wooten go 1 for 3 with an RBI walk. Will Bryan went 3 for 4 with an RBI single in his final at bat. Darton Meeks went 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his final at bat. Landon Donahoe went 1 for 4 with the bunt single as his base hit. Torben Vokey went 0 for 1 with 3 walks and 2 RBIs. He walked with the bases loaded twice, and both of them were in the same inning. Ethan Thornburg went 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs out of the 8 spot, had a really good day. He had 2 RBI base hits in the same inning, and Ty Sloan went 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his final at bat, also walking twice. Landon Donahoe, I don't know who you determine gets the win when you have 5 different pitchers and 5 different innings. I guess it's going to go to Landon Donahoe. But between Donahoe, Meeks, Crane, Fenton, and Vokey, they struck out 4 McAlester batters. They walked 3 McAlester batters, hit 1, and had 1 error in the game. McAllister's 1 through 9 looked like this. Aiden Shumway went 1 for 3. Caden Lesnow over 1 with an RBI sac fly. Gannon Mullins 0 for 2. Braden Phillips 0 for 2. Spencer Stinchcomb 1 for 2 with a double. Ethan Watkins 0 for 2. Jackson Lauerman 0 for 2. Gunnar Hodgel 0 for 1. Jordan Clark 0 for 1. McAlester had 2 hits, but I think that they pieced up the ball really well at times. Again, only struck out 4 times today in their 5 innings, but I thought they hit the ball pretty hard at times. I think they had a couple of chances to score Spencer Stinchcomb, but just line drives hit straight to the defenders by Watkins and Lauerman. So that's just kind of bad luck that McAlester had in that 4th inning. And I think if this goes 7 innings, I think if you don't have the big inning in the top half of the 5th, I think McAlester starts to see the ball a little bit better and hit the ball a little bit better. But alas, you can't change history. 2 strikeouts between Lesnow, Mullins, Shumway, Lauerman, and Clark. 2 strikeouts by McAllister's pitching staff, but they gave up 10 free passes, including, I believe it was 1 hit by pitch and 9 walks, and 2 McAllister errors, both in the first 2 innings. So that drops McAllister again to 19-15 on the year, going into the Collinsville Regional, where they have Memorial in that regional. Obviously, the Cardinals and the McAlester Buffaloes take on the Grove Ridge Runners on Wednesday at 1:30, and we'll have that on KNED. We'll also have it on, and when I say KNED, of course, that means locally, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAlsterradio.com on the KNED tab, and also on the KNED app. But also, a special thanks to Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford. We are going to be trying to video stream that as well. It's going to just be me, but I'm going to have the setup. I'm just going to point a camera at the field, so you guys can have a view of it. They got me a spot in the press box. If I didn't have a spot in the press box, probably couldn't do it. But since I'm in the press box, I have one view that's going to show the entire field, and I'll keep up with the score as we go along. But every McAlester game in the regional tournament, you'll have the option to watch it on the video stream as well. So that's really cool. Thank you to Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford for making that happen. Austin, any final thoughts before we call it a night?
No, nice night, or we'll start off of the day, but good day for McAlester Buffalo baseball, just to be out here and have a good time. Of course, Buffaloes are, even if it didn't turn out the way they wanted to, I'm sure they had fun playing the game, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yeah, just wish they would have.
Yeah, everybody wants to win, obviously. Everybody wants to do that. But, sometimes it ain't in the cards, and you just got to be able to take the good with the bad, enjoy what you can while you can.
I gotcha. Man, philosopher Austin Wheat.
I know, you're welcome.
Thank you to our sponsors on the season, Sam Walters Freedom Ford, the Bank & A, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, Angels Diner, T&W Tire, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Reagan Auto. Thank you all for putting us on the air, not just tonight, but all season long. And big thank you to our board operator, that is Wyatt Hubbard back in the K&D studios, as well as, again, our camera operator tonight, Austin Wheat. And thank you, listener, for spending your Monday night with us as well. And one final time for Mike Deak Field in McAlester, Oklahoma, now officially for the 2024 regular season. It was the Wister Wildcats 13 and your McAlester Buffaloes 2. Until Wednesday when McAlester starts off the regional tournament against the Grove Ridge Runners in the Collinsville Regional, this is Brandon Green saying, don't just have a great night, have